It's 1:34 a.m. You're still awake. You didn't plan to be, but this has become a habit now. Every night, same routine. You open your laptop, launch the browser, no hesitation anymore. At first, it was curiosity, just checking what's there, clicking random links, not understanding anything. Now, you know where to go. Same forums, same sections, same type of people. You don't search anymore. You just scroll, thread after thread, deals, arguments, complaints. You don't post, you don't message anyone, you just watch. That's what you've been doing for days now, watching how things work. And something feels off, not one thing, everything. You open a thread, buyer and seller arguing. He's not sending it. I'm not sending first. Then don't waste my time. You've seen this before, too many times. You scroll down, another thread, same situation, different names, same ending. Nothing happens. Deals don't fail because of price. They fail because of trust. You lean closer to the screen because now you're noticing something else. Every argument looks the same. Same words, same hesitation, same outcome. You open another thread. This one is different, shorter, cleaner. No arguing, no accusations, just details. Wallet, amount, time. The deal is moving. You scroll up, try to see what's different, and then you see it. One line, buried in the replies. Middleman confirmed. That's it. No explanation. But everything is different. You go back, open another thread. Search for it. There it is again. Use escrow. Another one. Funds held by MM. You start moving faster now, thread after thread, looking for the same thing. And once you see it, you can't ignore it anymore. Every deal that works has someone in the middle, holding the money, controlling the risk. You click one of the usernames they keep tagging, no picture, no identity, just a name, a reputation score, and messages. You open them, same pattern, they don't argue, they don't convince, they just appear, take control of the deal, hold the funds, release them when it's done, take a cut, then disappear again. You sit back slowly, because it doesn't look complicated. No product, no inventory, no real interaction, just trust, or something close to it. You go back to the forum, watch another deal happen. Same structure, same process, same outcome. Without them, nothing moves. With them, everything does. You check the time, 2:19 a.m. You've been here longer than usual, but now you're not just scrolling. You're studying it, breaking it down. Because it's not random, it's repeatable, and anything repeatable can be learned. You hover over the reply button, just for a second, then stop. Not yet. Because stepping in means responsibility, means risk, means being the one both sides depend on. You lean back, eyes still locked on the screen. Because now the question isn't, what happens on the dark web? It's, what happens if you become the one in the middle? It happens faster than you expected. You're not planning anything, just scrolling again. Same time, same place, same threads. Then you see it, another argument. Buyer, seller, same problem. I'm not sending first. Then don't waste my time. You almost scroll past it, but something makes you stop. Because now you understand what's missing. No middleman, no one holding the deal together. You watch the thread update, new replies, same tension, same deadlock. Nothing moves. Your eyes go to the reply button. You don't click it, not immediately. Because this is different now. Before, you were just watching. Now, you know what to say. You type slowly, one line. I can hold it. You read it again. Feels simple. Too simple. You hover over send, then click. The message appears. No response. The thread goes quiet. Seconds pass. Then a reply. Who are you? Another one. New account. You don't answer fast. You remember what you learned. Don't rush. Don't look eager. You type carefully. Just holding funds. Release after confirmation. Short. Neutral. Nothing extra. Silence again. Longer this time. You can feel it. They're deciding. Not about the deal. About you. Then it happens. Fine. One word. The seller agrees. The buyer replies right after. Wallet? Your heart rate shifts. Not fast. Just noticeable. Because now it's real. You paste your wallet address and wait. No movement at first. Then, a notification. Small, quiet, but clear. Funds received. You stare at the screen. Because this shouldn't feel like anything, but it does. It's not your money. You didn't earn it. You're just holding it. But now, you're responsible for it. You go back to the thread. Seller confirms. Sending now. Minutes pass. No messages. No updates. Just waiting. You refresh again. Then a new reply. Received. Short, calm, final. That's the moment. Both sides stop talking. No more tension, no more doubt, just completion. You look at your wallet again, then back at the thread. Release. You pause, because this is the only step that matters. You click confirm. Funds move, gone from your wallet, sent to the seller. A few seconds later, another notification, smaller this time. You're cut, $43. You don't react, not immediately. You just stare at it. Because it's not about the amount, it's about how it happened. You didn't sell anything, you didn't buy anything, you didn't convince anyone, you just stepped in, and it worked. You go back to the thread. New reply. Smooth deal, another one. Legit. That word sticks, because now something changed. Not in the system, in your position inside it. You close the thread, open your wallet again. The $43 is still there, real, confirmed, irreversible. You lean back slowly, because now the question isn't, does this work? It's, how many times can this happen? You don't look for another deal, not at first. You just go back to scrolling. Same threads, same arguments, but now it feels different, because you're not just watching anymore. You know where you fit. Another thread appears. Same situation. Buyer refusing, seller pushing, deadlock. You read it once, then move your cursor. No hesitation this time. I can hold it. You send it faster, no overthinking, no second guessing, just repetition. This time, the reply comes quicker. Fee? You pause. Didn't think about that before. You type 5%, short, clean. They agree, no argument, no delay, wallet, transfer. Funds hit your address again, bigger this time. You don't react. You already know what happens next. Wait, confirm, release, deal completes. Your cut arrives. $120. You refresh once, then close it, like it's normal. Later that night, another thread, same pattern, same problem. You step in again, no explanation needed. They already understand the role. This time, no one questions you. They just ask, you available? You reply, yes. That's it. Funds arrive again. Another deal, another release, another cut, $80, $160, $210, small numbers, but consistent. That's what matters. You start noticing something. You don't chase deals. Deals appear. You just recognize them faster now. The hesitation, the argument, the moment before it collapses. That's where you step in, and it works every time. You open your wallet, scroll through transactions. They're stacking, not big, but steady. You don't feel excited, not like you expected. It feels predictable. Like a process. You go back to the form, refresh again. Another thread, different users, same structure. You don't even read everything anymore. You already know how it ends. You type before they ask. I can hold it. This time, someone replies instantly. Use him. You stop for a second, because that wasn't you. Someone else said it, not you. Them. You don't recognize the username, but they recognize you. That's new. The deal continues, faster than before, cleaner. No questions, no tension. You complete it. $300 this time. You lean back slightly, because something shifted. It's not just working, it's repeating. And repetition means scale. You check your total, all deals combined, $780. Not a lot, but not nothing anymore. And it didn't take effort. No product, no risk, at least not visible, just timing, position, and presence. You refresh the forum again. More threads, more arguments, more deals waiting to happen. You realize something simple. This isn't rare, this is constant. Every minute, someone needs a middleman. You just have to be there first. You close your laptop halfway, then open it again, because now you're not thinking about one deal, you're thinking about all of them. Because now the question isn't, does this work? It's, How many deals happen here every day? You don't realize when it changes. There's no moment, no announcement, just small differences. You open the forum, same time, same threads, but now you don't scroll the same way. You scan, quickly, looking for patterns, arguments, delays, hesitation. You don't read everything anymore. You just identify the moment, the point where the deal stops. That's where you step in. I can hold it. You send it. No hesitation, no explanation, because now you don't need one. A reply comes almost instantly. Fee? 5%. Okay, that's it. No questions about who you are. No doubt. No tension. They send the funds. You process the deal. Release. Cut arrives. $240. You close the thread. Move to the next one. Another deal. Same structure. But this time, you don't even speak first. Someone else does. Use him. You stop for a second. Read it again. Because now it's clear. Your name is being used. Without you being there yet. You enter the thread anyway. Confirm. Handle it. Clean, fast, efficient. $310. You don't react. You're already moving to the next one. The forum feels different now. Not because it changed. Because your position inside it did. You open your messages. New ones. Private. You available? Need for quick deal? Trusted? You answer short. Yes. Send details. Nothing extra. You don't try to convince anyone. You don't need to. Your activity speaks for you now. You open your wallet, scroll through the transactions, more entries, closer together, less gaps between them. You're not waiting anymore. You're processing, deal after deal, $120, $200, $180, $260. They stack. Quietly, you check your total, $3,900. You stare at it for a second, because that number didn't come from one moment. It came from repetition, from being in the right place, at the right time, over and over again. You go back to the forum, refresh, more threads, more arguments. But something is different now. You recognize users. They recognize you. Names repeat. Interactions feel faster, cleaner, like a system forming. You open a new thread. Before you even type, someone tags you, directly, your username, in the middle of the argument. Use him. The conversation stops. Both sides wait. For you. You don't rush. You reply after a few seconds. I'm here. That's it. Funds arrive within a minute. No hesitation. No discussion. Just trust. You process the deal. Release. Your cut arrives. $420. You lean back slightly, because now it's clear. You're not just participating anymore. You're expected. Part of the process. Deals don't just happen. They wait for you. You close the thread. Open your wallet again. $5,100 total. Still not huge, but it's growing. Faster than before. More consistent. You check your messages again. More requests. Some urgent. Some offering higher fees. Some asking you to prioritize them. You don't accept everything. Not anymore. You choose. Who you respond to. Who you ignore. Because now you understand something. You're not just filling a role, you're controlling access to it. You refresh the forum one more time, watch another deal. Pause, waiting for someone to step in. You don't move immediately. You let it sit. Because now you know. They'll call you anyway. You lean back, eyes still on the screen. Because now the question isn't, can you do this? It's, how many deals are happening? That depend on you. It doesn't happen all at once. The numbers just change, slowly at first, then noticeably. You open your messages, same requests, same structure, but the tone is different now, more direct, less hesitation. Need mum, fast deal, high value. You open one, details are short, wallet, amount. You stop for a second, because it's bigger than usual, not hundreds, thousands. You don't react, you just reply. 5%. They don't argue, they don't negotiate, they agree instantly. That's what feels different. You send your wallet and wait. The notification hits. Heavier this time. You don't even check the exact number immediately. You already feel it. You go back to the thread. Seller confirms. Delivery starts. You wait. Same process, same steps. But the silence feels longer now, because the risk is higher, more money, more expectation. You refresh again. Then the message appears. Received, short, final. You release the funds. Your cut arrives seconds later. $1,200. You don't move, just stare at it. Because this time, it feels different. Not surprising, not exciting, heavy, real. You close the thread, but the feeling stays. Because now it's not small anymore. You go back to your messages, more requests waiting. You open another one, bigger again, then another. Same pattern, same trust, same speed. You process them one by one. No mistakes, no delays, clean, efficient, $800, $1,400, $2,100. They stack faster now. You don't even check after each deal anymore. You check after a few, scroll your wallet, pause, total, $18,600. You lean back slightly, because now it's not a side thing anymore. It's consistent, reliable, predictable. You go back to the forum, refresh again. But now something else changes. You notice how people talk to you. More careful, more respectful, less questioning, more expectation. You open a thread. Before you type, someone already tagged you. He's active. You reply, handle it. Clean, fast. No conversation needed, just process. You close it, move on. Another one. Same thing. You don't rush anymore. You don't take everything. You choose. Higher value, cleaner users, less risk. You're filtering now, not reacting, controlling. You open one message, different tone, short, direct. $25,000 deal, need reliable You read it twice, not because you're unsure, because you understand what it means. This isn't random anymore. People are selecting you for bigger deals because of what you've already done. You type one word, yes. You sit back, wait for the funds. And when they hit, you don't feel surprised anymore, just focused. Because now the question isn't, can you handle this? It's, how big can these deals get before something goes wrong? You stop thinking in deals. That's the first change. It's not one transaction anymore, it's multiple, at the same time. You open your laptop, same hour, same routine. But now, you don't scroll first, you check messages. Because that's where everything starts. Unread requests. Need urgent deal, high value, fast. You don't answer all of them. You scan, quickly, amounts, users, reputation. You've learned how to filter. Who pays fast, who causes problems, who to ignore. You pick 2, then 3. You open each one in a separate tab. Details, wallets, conditions. You don't mix them up, you move one at a time. Funds arrive. You check, hold, next one. Funds arrive, hold. Another one, same process. 3 deals active at the same time. You're not rushing, just switching, back and forth, waiting for confirmations, releasing funds, taking your cut. You check your wallet. It's not one transaction anymore. It's a stream, small entries, close together, $900, $1,300, $1,800. You don't pause after each one, you let them stack. Because now it's not about single wins, it's about flow. You go back to messages, more requests waiting, you pick 2 more. Now 5 deals, same time, same process. Everything moving, nothing overlapping, clean, efficient. You don't feel pressure yet. Because you built the pattern slowly, now you just repeat it faster. You open your total, end of the night, $9,700. You stare at it for a second. Because that's not one deal, that's one session, a few hours, no product, no inventory, just position. You close your wallet, like it's normal. Next night, you do it again. Same time, same system, but faster, less hesitation, more control. You don't wait for threads anymore. People come directly to you. Private messages first, forum second. You don't even need to post. You just respond. Process. Release. Repeat. You open your wallet again. Another night. $11,400. Then $8,900. Then $12,300. It stabilizes. Not exact, but consistent. $8,000. $10,000. $12,000. Per night. That's when it hits. You're not doing deals anymore. You're running a system. You lean back slightly. Look at the screen differently now. Threads, messages, transactions. It's all connected, and you're in the center of it. You notice something else. You're not reacting anymore. You're deciding who gets handled first, who waits, who doesn't get answered at all. You control the flow. Not completely, but enough. You open one message. Need ASAP, $40,000 deal. You don't answer immediately. You finish another deal first, then reply. They wait. Because now, they need you, not the other way around. You process it. Clean, fast. Another $2,000 cut. You don't even think about it. It just adds to the total. You open your wallet again. Scroll slowly, then stop. Because the number feels different now. Not surprising, not exciting, just expected. You close everything. Sit in the dark room for a second. Because now the question isn't, does this work? It's how long can you stay in the middle and before it starts working against you? At first, you paid attention to everything. Every message, every detail, every deal. You wanted to understand it. Who was buying? Who was selling? What was being traded? Now, you don't look anymore. You open a message, amount, wallet. That's all you read. You don't scroll further. You don't ask what it is. Because it doesn't change anything. The process stays the same. Hold, wait, release. You tell yourself that every time. Another deal comes in. $18,000 total. You process it. Clean. No delays. No mistakes. Your cut lands. $900. You don't react. You move to the next one. Then another. Then another. The numbers are bigger now. $25,000. $40,000. $60,000. You stop noticing the exact values. They blur together. Just amounts moving through your wallet. In, out, with a percentage left behind. You open your total, scroll slowly, then stop. $187,000. You stare at it for a second, because that number didn't come from one decision. It came from ignoring them, one after another. You go back to your messages. Another request, short. Need $80,000 deal. You don't ask anything, not what it is, not who they are. Just one word. Send. Funds arrive minutes later. You don't feel anything anymore, not like before. No hesitation, no curiosity, just process. You switch tabs, wait for confirmation, release. Your cut lands, $4,000. You don't even check twice, you just move on, because now it's normal. That's what changed, not the system. You remember the first deal, $43. You stared at it for minutes. Now, you don't even pause at $4,000. You open another thread. This one is messy. Arguments, accusations, something went wrong. You read a few lines, then stop, close it. Not your deal, not your problem. You don't get involved unless you're paid. That's the rule now. You made it that way. You check your wallet again, $241,000. Then later that night, $263,000. It keeps moving, slowly, then faster, then constantly. You stop tracking individual deals. You track totals, because that's what matters now. You open your messages again, more requests, more amounts, bigger each time, and something else. You notice the usernames. Some of them repeat, same buyers, same sellers, same people coming back, not because they trust the system, because they trust you. That thought stays for a second, then fades, because it doesn't change anything. You still don't ask questions. You still don't care what's being traded. You just hold the money, release it, take your cut, and move on. You close your laptop halfway, then open it again, because you already know there's another deal waiting, another amount, another transaction, and you'll process it the same way, like all the others. Because now the question isn't, what are they trading? It's, how much can move through your wallet before you stop seeing it as real? At first, nothing changes. That's what you tell yourself. It's just numbers, just a wallet, just transactions. Your room looks the same desk, same screen, same routine. But small things start shifting. You upgrade your setup, better laptop, faster connection, cleaner workspace, not because you need it, because you can. You don't think about it, you just do it. Then a few days later, you go out, not for anything specific, just to move. You pass by a car dealership, stop for a second, look at one, not new, not flashy, just better than what you have. You don't overthink it. You come back the next day, pay, no financing, no questions, just done. You drive it home, park it, sit there for a moment because it feels different, not exciting, just quiet, like something changed without noise. You go back to your routine that night, same time, same system, deals still moving, money still coming in, $8,000, $10,000, $11,000 per night, consistent. You don't check every transaction anymore. You check totals, and they keep growing. Weeks pass. You start leaving more often. Short trips, hotels, flights you don't plan too far ahead. You don't post anything. You don't show it. You just live it. Expensive dinners, better clothes, cash spending. Nothing extreme, just upgrades, step by step, like everything else. People around you notice. They ask questions. You keep answers short. Work is going well. That's it. You don't explain anything, because there's nothing to explain, not in a way they'd understand. You go back home. Same routine, same hours, same screen. But something feels different now. You don't feel relaxed anymore. Even when nothing is wrong, you open your messages. Requests still coming, more than before, bigger than before. You process them. Same system, same steps, but your mind isn't fully there. You refresh more often, check things twice, then 3 times. You don't know why, you just do it. Later that night, you pour a drink. Not for celebration, just to slow down. You keep working, switching tabs, holding funds, releasing them. The numbers still move, the system still works. But your focus feels different. Split, you check your wallet again. $312,000. You stare at it for a second, because that number should feel bigger, but it doesn't. It just sits there, like everything else. You take another drink, go back to the screen, another deal, another transfer, another cut. You complete it, clean, fast, like always. But now, you don't close the laptop right away. You sit there, quiet, because something doesn't feel the same anymore. Not the money, not the system, you. You look at the screen again, threads moving, messages stacking, deals happening because you're there. And for the first time, it doesn't feel like control. It feels like weight. You lean back slowly, eyes still locked on the screen. Because now the question isn't, how much can you make? It's, how much of this can you carry before it starts affecting everything else? It starts small. You don't notice it at first. Just a message, different tone, not a request, a complaint. He didn't send everything. You open it, scroll quickly. It's one of your deals, already completed, funds released. You check the thread, both sides arguing again, blaming each other, but now they're mentioning you. You handled it, you approved it, you read it twice, because this didn't happen before. Once a deal was done, it was done. Now it isn't. You don't reply immediately, you watch. More messages appear, faster, more aggressive. You picked his side, you owe me. You close the thread, open your wallet, everything looks normal, funds moved, cuts taken, nothing wrong. But something feels different. You go back to your messages, more notifications, more disputes, not many, but enough to notice. You handle them carefully. Short replies, neutral tone. You don't take sides. You just repeat the same line. Deal was confirmed. Some accept it, some don't. That's new. You close your laptop for a while. Walk around. Try to clear your head. But it stays. That feeling. That something is shifting. Later that night, you open it again. Same routine, same system. But your eyes move differently now. You check names more often. Read messages twice. Look for signs you didn't care about before. You open a new deal. $35,000. Normal. You process it. Clean. But while waiting, you switch back to another thread. still arguing, still unresolved, still mentioning you. You refresh again. More replies, more accusations. You don't answer, you just watch. Because now you understand something. It's not about the deal anymore, it's about responsibility. And you're in the middle of it. You close that tab, go back to your active deals, focus, process, release. Another cut lands, $1,700. You don't react, you just move on. But your mind doesn't. It stays split between deals and everything around them. You open your messages again. Another one. Short. Cold. You made the wrong call. No explanation. No context. Just that. You stare at it for a second, then close it. Because replying won't change anything. You open your wallet again. Scroll slowly. $340,000. Still growing. Still consistent. Nothing broken. But it doesn't feel clean anymore. You pour another drink. Sit back down. Open the form again. Threads moving. Deals happening. People tagging you. Trust still there. From the outside, everything looks the same. But from where you sit, it isn't. Because now you're not just processing deals. You're absorbing everything that comes with them. The risk, the blame, the pressure. And it doesn't disappear when the deal ends. It stays. You refresh again. Another message, another request, another amount. The system is still running, still working, still growing. But you're not looking at it the same way anymore. You lean back slowly, eyes tired, mind still active. Because now the question isn't, can you keep doing this? It's, what happens when everything starts pointing back to you? You don't decide it in one moment. It builds, slowly, over days, messages stacking, threads repeating, names coming back. You still run the system, deals still moving, money still coming in, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 per night. Nothing broke, but something changed. You don't feel in control anymore, not like before. You open your messages, same requests, same structure, but now you read them differently. You don't see deals, you see risk, who's involved, how much is moving, what could go wrong, and more importantly, what happens if it does. You close the messages, open your wallet, $347,000, all from sitting in the middle, all from being trusted. That word again. Trusted. You stare at it longer than usual, because now you understand something simple. That trust is the only thing holding everything together, and it's all pointed at you. You lean back, quiet room, same screen, same system, but now you're thinking differently, not about the next deal, about the last one. You open the forum again, scroll slowly until you find it, a thread, different from the others, no arguments, no confusion, just details, large amount, very large. You read it twice, then again, because it's bigger than anything you've seen so far. $50 million, one transaction, buyer ready, seller confirmed, both sides asking the same thing. Trusted MM only. You don't move immediately, you sit there, thinking, because this is the kind of deal that defines everything. You open your messages, one new notification, short. Can you handle this? You don't reply, not yet. You look back at your wallet, $347,000, months of work, hundreds of deals, built slowly, clean, consistent. Then you look at the thread again, $50 million, one deal, one moment. You understand the difference instantly. One keeps you inside the system, the other ends it. You go back to the message, type one word. Yes. They respond immediately. Wallet requested. You send it. No hesitation, no emotion, just action. Then you wait. Longer than usual. Minutes pass. Then, the notification hits. Heavier than anything before. You don't open it right away. You already know. Funds received. You sit still. Hands off the keyboard. Because now everything depends on one decision. Release or not. You open the thread. Messages coming in. Confirm when ready. Waiting. Both sides watching. Both sides trusting. You hover over the transaction. Same button. Same process. Same step you've done hundreds of times. But this time, it's different. You don't click it. You close the tab, then another, then the forum, then everything else. You open your wallet one last time, scroll once, then stop, because now the number doesn't look like progression. It looks like an ending. You shut the laptop. Room goes quiet again. No notifications, no messages, no system, just silence. Outside, everything keeps moving. Threads updating, people waiting, names being mentioned, but not yours, not anymore. Because now the question isn't, what happens to the deal? It's, what happens when the one everyone trusted disappears?